All right, I just finished my 11th time through the Bible, and I've been going a little giant crazy because there's so many giant references in the Bible. And the more you read it, the more you kind of pick up on what they're talking about and what. 'Cause there's some subtle references and there's some not so subtle references. But I want to tell a story that one time I was teaching a teenage youth Bible study, and we were talking about there was a passage about David versus Goliath. And the author of the text said, is it possible that these giants are just a metaphor for challenges we face in our life? And I want to tell you, does that look like a metaphor to you? If you're this person and you're fighting this person, are you going to feel like that's a metaphor? No. Let me just back it up with a little bit of 2 Samuel 15, four back to back to back to back historical references about real giants. 15. Once again, the Philistines were at war with Israel, and when David and his men were in the thick of battle, David became weak and exhausted. Ishbi-Benob was a descendant of the giants. His bronze spearhead weighed more than 7 pounds. You ever heard of a metaphor that has a spear with a tip of it that weighs 7 pounds? And he was armed with a new sword. He had cornered David and was about to kill him. But Abishai, this is the same David that fought the giant Goliath. But Abishai, son of Zeruiah, then came to David's rescue and killed the Philistine. Then David's men declared, you are not going out to battle with us again. Why risk snuffing out the light of Israel? This reminds me of when I saw the movie Napoleon and they told him, you can't fight in battle anymore because you're worth 50,000 rank and file soldiers. Why risk snuffing out the light of Israel? After this, there was another battle against the Philistines at Gob. As they fought, Sibbecai from Hushah killed Saph, another descendant of the giants. During another battle at Gob, Elhanan, son of Jair from Bethlehem, killed the brother of Goliath of Gath. We're talking about Goliath versus David. He had a brother named Jair. No, his name is Elhanan, son of Jair. The handle of that giant's spear was as thick as a weaver's beam. In another battle with the Philistines at Gath, they encountered a huge man with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all, who was also a descendant of the giants. But when he defied and taunted Israel, he was killed by Jonathan, the son of David's brother Shimeah. These 4 Philistines were descendant of the giants of Gath, but David and his warriors killed them. So we're not talking about a metaphor here. This is not a metaphor for your struggles in life. You could take it as an example of how to handle struggles in your life, but these are real giants, real huge giants. So that's a little bit different. When the spies go into the land of Canaan and come back and say they're giants in the land, if you think they're talking about a metaphor like, oh, it's going to be hard for us to do, that's different than if you think there's 12-foot tall muscular guys in there with 6 fingers who have spears with 7-pound tips.